Hey everybody, I just finished another book in the original Goosebumps series. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually rereading all of the originals and all of the series 2000 and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, I just finished another one. I picked this one because it's October. I wanted to do something Halloween, and I didn't want to go with the typical Haunted Mask 2, or anything like that. So I picked Werewolf Skin, which isn't really essentially a Halloween story, but it does have a few tropes for trick or treating and different things like that. And yeah, at the end of this book, I actually wanted to read some more werewolf stories. So yeah, I've had this book for years. I remember being in my principal's office reading this. Oddly enough, like I don't remember anywhere else I was reading it. I remember as a kid, I thought this book was just kind of okay, not amazing. I always thought the Werewolf of Fever Swamp was way better. Yeah, I do plan on reading the Werewolf of Fever Swamp again at some point. So God willing, I'll do a review on that, and I will have more of a definitive answer. But for now, yeah, I finished the Werewolf Skin. So yeah, the story itself follows this kid named Alex. He is going to go stay with his aunt and uncle. Um, they live in Wolf Creek, which gets its name from the legends of people seeing wolves and stuff outside, just roaming around and all this good stuff. Um, they're driving home to their house or whatever, and Alex, the aunt and uncle, asks, what do you want to be for Halloween? And he immediately says he wants to be a werewolf. The family freak out. They almost get hit by a truck. And Alex is like, why are they this crazy? So they get home, and there's really no explanation for why they, think this is just such a bad idea to be a werewolf. But we learn more later on. They get to this house, and there's like three houses on the block, and there's an abandoned looking house, the aunt and uncle's house, and then there's a neighbor girl named Hannah that lives in the house next door. They get to this they get home, and Alex gets out, and he likes photography too. He has his camera, and he's taking pictures and all this fun stuff, and he actually enters this contest at his old school, that he wants to take this, like, the greatest Halloween picture. And I don't know exactly what he wins. I don't remember that, but so he starts easing over to the neighbor's house, which is this weird, creepy, abandoned looking house. And the aunt and uncle flip out again, tell him, no, you can't go over there. That is where the Marlings live. The Marlings are these exclusive, reclusive family that doesn't want neighbors, doesn't like their neighbors or anything like that, and they're very mean and like to stay by themselves. And yeah, different things begin to happen. One night Alex hears howls at night, and he sees this wolf-like creature climb out from the window next door of this house, and yeah, different things like that. He talks to Hannah about this, and Hannah says that there is the Marlings are actually werewolves. That's the first person that says, they're actually werewolves. But the dogs that they see, or that Alex sees, the family tells them, or the aunt and uncle tells them, no, that's just their Great Danes, I think is what he says, that escapes and gets out or whatever. And yeah, so then they're like, they're mean, so stay away from them. The dogs too. But yeah, more and more things point out to the Marlings being werewolves. He runs into these two bullies that try to take his camera and all this stuff. And they try to talk him into going outside and meeting them to prove that werewolves exist, because let me back up a little bit. There is actually, he goes to the school because he's like just staying with them for 2 weeks, or I think it's 2 weeks, but he's staying with the aunt and uncle, and he has to go to a different school. So he's there long enough to go to a different school for a while. And the first class that he has, they start talking about like the werewolf lore and all this stuff, and it turns out that the werewolf skin part of the story is there is this legend that in order to defeat a werewolf, the actual full moon gives the werewolf power, but it can actually turn into a werewolf without a full moon, and the skin is what actually turns them into the werewolf. In order to feed them, you got to burn the skin or get rid of the skin some kind of way. I think it's burning it, I think. But anyway, yeah, that part, I was just like, okay, like, that never really bothered me. I do like to keep things very simple when it comes to, like, the legend and different things like that. But yeah. Anyway, he doesn't believe them. that doesn't think werewolves exist, even though he's seen a few things. And these two kids want to prove to him that the werewolves exist. So they ask him to come outside one night to Wolf Creek, and he's going to show them that the werewolf like goes out and licks water from the creek and all this stuff. And he goes to leave, and his door locks from the inside, and there's bars on his outside of his window. So evidently somebody's trying to keep him away from whatever's going on. I should also mention that the parents, or the aunt and uncle, are actually very into photography, so they're out late at night and they go to take pictures of like wildlife and different things like that. But yeah, as far as the plot, that's basically the plot. There's he's trying to prove that something's going on. Towards the end, he actually, wants to prove that there is something going on, and he wants, to get back at the bullies or whatever. And he sneaks out, and then that's like the climax. I'm not gonna really reveal much about that, but yeah, Werewolf Skin was pretty good. I liked it. I do kind of see why I didn't really love this as a kid. It does have some slow moments. There's definitely some pacing issues because, like, towards the end, there's an excellent scene, like, where he's in the woods and he's hiding behind these bushes, and the werewolf or whatever is eating, like, an animal, right? And he is hiding. It's really tense, really scary. He gets home the next day, and there's, like, a big reveal of what's going on, and then he's, like, helping do chores, like, the next day. And this is towards the end of the book. This is, like, page, like, 90. So it's kind of weird. It does have its pacing issues. And there's a lot of other things that are kind of slower. And yeah, I mean, I hate to say that there's not really like a plot because there kind of is, but it's just not, I don't know. It kind of felt like Stein didn't know exactly which way he wanted to go with this. He just kind of wanted to write this for entertainment purposes only. And it was entertaining. It was very entertaining and very good. Even the slow parts were very atmospheric. The Wolf Creek part was really cool. I really loved the mystery surrounding the Marlings. And, I already knew one of the problems I had with this book was I remembered the ending to this book. I didn't remember anything from the beginning to the middle part or anything like that. I didn't know like what happened throughout the book. I just remember the ending and the twist. Like there's two big twists and I remember both of those. As far as everything else, I didn't remember. I do remember the scene in the school, but yeah. Werewolf Skin was fine. I didn't hate it or anything like that. I hate this. I don't want to say fine. It was actually really good. One of the better books that I've read of the Goosebumps series. Like I haven't read any bad ones yet. I don't think. But yeah, Werewolf Skin was really really good. I still give it a 4 out of 5 stars. The tension with the wolf is awesome. The werewolf action parts are really good. The mystery surrounding the Marlings are really great. And yeah, I do recommend this book. But, be wary that this does have some slow moments in it. But overall, it's still really good. Yeah, I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Please let me know in the comments below. What did you think about Werewolf Skin? I think Goosebumps Completionist, this is like one of his favorite books. I don't think it's quite up there for me. But it is a very good one. Yeah, I was thinking about this on the way because I do want to rank all these books, and I'm only on this is number 7 of rereads, and like I have a long way to go to 62 in the original series, and I was just thinking about like where I'd put this, and yeah, I kind of have an idea, but yeah, I'm rambling. So 4 out of 5 stars from you guys. Please let me know in the comments below, and before I go, I do want to show you guys this really quick. My book does have the werewolf mask. And that's really cool. I do think that this book is the same copy I've had since I was a kid. So yeah, that's pretty impressive to me. But yeah, I rambled on long enough. 4 out of 5 stars from you guys. Please let me know in the comments below. What did you think about Werewolf Skin? Is it your favorite werewolf book in the series? Is the Fever Swamp better? Let me know. I do plan on reading that, like I said, God willing. So yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.